our lead actress and our producer. Please welcome Miss Isabel Tique. Isabel, greet everyone.
Good afternoon, everybody. Sana nabusog kayo. But I don't know what to expect today. Last night, binuksan ko ang TV. Pinanood ko ang Notting Hill. Then naisip ko, this is me tomorrow. But not a love story, ha? So I'm happy to marry. So naisip ko lang yun, I was thinking, ano kaya? But I know how life works. Pwedeng this meeting could be, or that movie will be the end of my career, or it could be the start of my career. Nobody knows. I give it up to God. I give it all to Him. But sitting in front of you here right now is already my biggest achievement sa showbiz. Because all of you are people na nakikita ko lang ang mga pangalan sa mga dyaryo, sa media, sa magazines, and andito kayong lahat. So I have already achieved something.
We have a great list of media attendees today, Miss Isabel.
Thank you so much for your time. So, my career, this movie is in your hands right now. If you're gonna make me or gonna break me. If you're gonna make me, bilisan natin ng konti because I'm not getting any younger. I'm 51. Humahabol na lang ako sa mga nangangarap mag-artista. So, if I'm given the chance, gawin na natin. But if you're gonna break me, please, break me gently. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Miss Isabel.
Break it to me gently.
Wala akong idea about what the project is all about. Nakita ko lang yung any comment na parang, siyempre yung seen it na before. Pero, seeing it, watching it with the whole media people, how does it feel? Ibang feeling kasi, di ba, na kasama, nakikita mo yung immediate reaction na kasama natin sa media, Miss Isabel.
Parang, ngayon lang ako na-nervyos. Tapos iniisip ko, ano yung makikita nila, hindi nila magugustuhan. And habang pinapanood ko, parang naiintriga ako na sana magugustuhan, ano kaya yung susulat, tungkol dito. Pero nakikita ko kanina yung sarili ko, not me, but the character in me.
Yun naman talaga dapat as an actress. Just speaking of actress, at 60 years mo sa industry, talagang this is your most challenging, Tito Oscar, ano?
So far, I can consider it most challenging. Kasi pwede naman kung walang pag-fit talaga. Walang talento.
Okay.
Your actions na, at saka mata lang yung pinagalaw ni Buboy. Diba? I have to thank him pala si Buboy. I'm sorry, he did not make it today. Diba? At si Gino also. So, kapilihan.
Kanina nga, I was watching, sabi ko, ina-identify ko yung cast, si Gino, si Mina Castillo, si Julian Fortich, ang una.
Gambaki.
Correct, nakakatuwa lang. Marami pa pong makakas. Jet Alcantara is also here. Okay. So, pupuntahan na natin yung ano. When we started blasting, inviting PR, friends from the media, siyempre, hindi naman talaga siya familiar sa atin. But today, finally na-meet na natin siya. Miss Isabel, kwentuhan mo kami. Sino si Miss Isabel Tique?
I am a mother of 4, happily married. My children are all in the United States. My husband is there. Aside from that, I am modeling for Mr. Oscar Peralta. Exclusive for Mr. Oscar Peralta. I'm fashion news without any contract. Yeah. So, maliban dyan, what kept me busy? Because I started working at 16 years old. I raised my siblings, my mom, not raised my mom, but I helped my mom. And I raised 4 kids. So 3 years ago, so I'm 51 right now, my husband told me, nung umalis na yung pangatlong anak sa bahay to go to college, sabi niya, it's you time. Do whatever you think can make you happy and successful. Yung talagang gusto mo. Because I've seen you work all the time we were together and you started early. So parang, ikaw naman, kung publishing sa San Francisco, California, pero semi-retired naman. And yung ginagawa ko ngayon ay exclusively model for Mr. Oscar Peralta. And happy ako, masaya ako. And if given the chance na magkaroon pa ulit ng panibagong movie, happy pa rin ako. Kasi parang ito yata yung gusto ko that I never dreamed of. It never crossed my mind since I was young. Because growing up, I know I don't have the it to be an actress. You know, the height, the look, with everything. Parang hindi ako yan. But I look up to them. Lalo na si Paraluman is my favorite. So hindi ko inisip. Pero masaya pala. Alam mo yung, I feel proud of myself. I feel beautiful. I went to a wedding last month. I was introduced by my aunt as artista na pamangkin. And then someone asked, saan? Pero yung saan niya yung parang malaking question mark. So ang sinagot ko sa kanya ay sa international po kasi.
Wow! Oh, di ba? Ganun naman talaga. Talaga pa international with ang
pelikula.
pelikula.
Isip ko kasi hindi mo ako kilala sa Pilipinas, magiging international ang La Viuda. Parang naisip ko lang yun to answer her question. She gave me that saan question. Naisip ko international. And then, later on, sabi ni Tito Ed, Isabella, tanggap yung movie natin sa Canada Film Festival. So sabi ko, ay, hindi ako nagsinungaling at hindi ako nanloko. International na ang La Viuda.
Oh, di ba?
So, yun, that's who I am. And another thing is, growing up, you know, I don't want to tell my story, but I come from a very poor family, and God has blessed me with things more than what I need for the basic. So sabi ko sa asawa ko, I want to do something that makes me happy. So I'm building up a foundation. Tapos naisip ko, I don't want to work in an office anymore. Sabi ko, I want to do something that could help people, pero nag-i-enjoy ako. So yeah, naisip namin when we put up the Bella production with all the other people, yung share ko in this production, naisip ko, I think this is God's plan for me. That's why inayos niya ang buhay ko. That's why I'm blessed. Maybe gagamitin niya ako to help other people. So, the portion of what I will make will be donated solely to Ephesus Foundation. It's the home for abused girls.
Wow.
So, yun yung advocacy ng production and my advocacy efforts.
So it has always been there, the acting in a film or in television. Kasi the fact na you were given the freedom na may go signal na ni Javi na parang it's your time to do something else na magpapasaya sa'yo. And you went on with this, you pushed through with this film production, and ikaw pa yung acting. So, andyan lang siya, Miss Stella, you think so? Isabel, sorry, what am I trying to say? This is Isabel, so andyan lang yung acting talagang, ito na lang yung talagang, binigay mo na lang talaga na gagawin ko na yung gusto ko.
Ang nasa isip ko dito when I did this, parang baka ito, kasi there was a time that I prayed because I was modeling for Mr. Oscar Peralta. My children are based in America. Ang asawa ko nandun. So parang, there was a time, I'm happy, I'm not saying I'm not, but what do you want me to do? Bakit mo kung pinauwi ng Pilipinas to spend more time with Mr. Oscar instead of my husband? Bakit pumapayag siya, but okay lang sa kanya? And lagi sinasabi ng asawa ko, whatever you do, I'm proud of you. So, I prayed. I asked for a sign. Parang, ano ba talaga ang gusto mo gawin mo? I want to help people. I want to have my own foundation. I want to work with Mr. Oscar Peralta. Pero parang may kulang there's something. So, give me a sign. And then after, then I went back to the United States. Sabi ko, dito na lang muna ako. Then Mr. The Oscar Peralta, the Oscar. Yeah, so he called me. Tapos sabi niya, Isabel, pinangarap ko bang maging artista? Tapos sabi ko, hindi po. Tapos sabi niya, because meron akong nakausap, a very good friend of mine, si to Edital Film. Meron siyang gustong i-offer sa akin na magkasama tayo. Sabi niya, di ba pangarap natin, there was a time we talked about artista kaya tayo because napanood ko yung movie niya with Fanny Serrano. Napanood ko yung Tarima. So, nag-uusap
What's the movie?
Tarima. Yeah, I watch it. I watch it. So, nung sinabi niya mag-artista, sabi niya, kung makakauwi ka na, I went home. Kilala ko si Tito Ed, nakilala ko si Direk Buboy. At first, it didn't work out because may binigay na script, tapos parang hindi para sa akin. So I thought wala na. But maybe, you know, the sign na nakita ko that maybe this is the path that God wants me to go is when the first script didn't work out, I said no. Parang iba na lang. Huwag na lang ako. Nagpo-produce kami. Pero yung script, it's not me. And then what happened is, biglang sinabi ni Direk, no, I'll make a script for you, yung bagay sa personality mo, so gumawa siya. Next meeting, nung nabasa ko yung script, nabasa ni Tito Oscar, nag-agree kami. Eto tayong dalawa, this is really us. Because gusto rin niya yung character. So, maybe I'm wrong or maybe tama ako. I feel like this is a sign from God. This is what He wants me to do. Kasi masaya ako. And I'm sure I could help a lot of people, especially the Ephesus Foundation.
Alright. Ganda ng kwento. Nakuha na din natin yung buod ng ano niya, no, ng journey niya. Pero alam natin dito na nagsisimula yung mas exciting part ng journey ni Mrs. Segal. Okay, we are now ready to entertain questions. I understand the first set of questions will come from Dominic Rhea here. Dom, gusto mo magtanong? Ikaw na muna magtanong. Ha? Ha?
Ako.
Okay, si Jojo Panaliga ng Black Rider Pit. Black Rider Pit!
Thank you. Congratulations in advance.
Okay,
Can I just project ko na lang. Nadinig po namin yung journey nyo nga kung bakit naging artista kayo, pinili nyo maging artista even at this time na accomplished na kayo, no? Pero yung pelikula po muna, like Love You Da translates to The Widow nga ba?
Widow, yeah.
Oo. Can you tell me kung bakit itong genre na to ang napili nyo? Considering na you could have chosen something more lightweight dahil nga you're just getting your toes wet in the industry, so to speak. And kay, yung po tanong ko sa inyo, and then kay Oscar naman, did you request na ganyan ka-challenging yung role nyo as to be worthy of a comeback?
May appeal ba agad sa'yo, Miss Isabel, yung script na gantong genre? Kasi tinatanong yung
Suspense thriller.
Well, kasi nung nag-meeting kami nila Tito Ed, wala kayong bagong script. And I said no, doon sa isang script, ang sabi ko lang, parang ayoko nung naaapi.
Okay.
Parang ayoko yung ganong klaseng role. Growing up very poor, ay parang ayoko, gusto ko kontrabida, yung character, that's what I want. So, I didn't know what happened. After 1 week, binigay sa akin ni Tito Ed yung bag. Aside from that, kasi si Tito Oscar yung kasama, so we were just talking, ay kailangan maganda ang gamit mo, gagawaan kita, kailangan ganito, ganyan. So madami kami naisip na magiging character, pero ang ano namin talaga is parang somebody na yung masungit na parang gano'n na ang character is hindi naman na I don't know how to explain it, pero yung ganung personality. But I think si Direk Buboy dahil is really talented. Pagpasa ko ng script ng La Viuda, umagri kagad ako, this is me. Isang tao parang kasi the character, I don't want to tell the story, pero ang character ko dito is someone who fought back.
Okay.
Yes. Parang gano'n ako sa tunay na buhay, but I'm not violent. And I don't fight with people, but I'm somebody na hindi ako papayag na parang apihin. So, nagustuhan ko yung character. So, when we were doing the shoot, parang nag-enjoy ako sa kanya. And there's something about this movie na talagang very happy and proud ako. And of course, I got scared kasi first time ko, tapos yung character medyo tapos. But I enjoyed it. I tried to go with the flow. Tapos, ang everyday na ano ko sinasabi ko is, bahala na. Yun yung like naisip every day pag shooting, parang bahala na. But I would always pray na, Lord, kung ito yung gusto mo gawin ko to help more people, ituloy mo po para sa akin. Because just to mention, I have numbers of scholars that I help, and I have sick people that I help, the people doesn't know. That's
Sorry. Sounds.
pero yung ganun ang ginagawa ko. Kasi,
Wala.
so, every year I add more scholars and every time may mga bagong nagkakasakit na kailangan tulungan. Sabi ko sa sarili ko at sa asawa ko, hindi ko kaya pag dumami. I have 16 scholars, I have 5 people that I help who are sick. Hindi ko kaya. So, lagi nyo naiisip ko na pag naisip ko ng movie na to, I hope this is not the end so I can help more people. Pero hindi ako yung nasi-stress, nahihirapan at nagbibilang ng perang lumalabas. Parang gusto ko yung masaya ako, money will come so I can help more people. So ito ang tingin ko sa La Viuda. It's a character, and that's the character that I am. Without telling Direk Buboy, that's the character na pinortray niya sa akin.
Yung kay Oscar na.
Tito Oscar, the question for you, Tito George.
Talaga bang hinanap nyo ang ganitong role na may ganitong level of difficulty pagdating sa acting for a comeback? Di-request nyo ba or dumating na lang?
No, bigla ko na idea sa Buboy. Ang gusto kong appeal. One role na i-play kahit kailangan mo ng 1 million, 10 million. Being a fashion designer sa movie. That character I cannot portray that because I'm a fashion designer in real life. So I think that acting as a designer in a movie or television as a fashion designer, I cannot do it. Kasi ang pagkatao pa na yung artista, designer na ako. Pag-artista ako, ang rolo ko, designer din. Para I'm not acting anymore. Parang, tsaka nakukulang kasi pag ang no offense sa mga movie producers, pag sinabing designer sa pelikula, excited na hindi kami ganun. Yung mga acting nila mga Castaneda, R.I.P., Leslie Guzmani, and so, siyempre hindi naman kasalanan yun, next time nag-acting yun. But the thing there is yung, there's one role na gusto ko yung, pero kung Isabel, parang appeal, parang hindi, walang, pero si Isabel, portrait designer mo, yung pagka-byuda niya, kasi mayaman naman siya, tsaka doktora siya, nung katulad siya ni Antonio Jane Luste. So, natural lang na magkaroon siya ng fashionable clothes. Kaya hindi ba yung it's I really did, especially for her. So, yung pelikula, may konting fashion na subingit din. Kasi iba-iba rin yung
ilagay din naman
right.
ano.
Makikita nyo as you notice, naka-off-shoulder siya, nilagay. That's all my ideas. Kasi ito ko medyo ano na po, Hollywoodish yung konti dating.
Pero yung pagiging pipe po. Pipe? Di ba pipe ang role niyo? Ganun, pipe yung role?
Yeah, pipe.
Bakit nyo pinili na mag-pipe? Kasi mas challenging yung kesa sa nakakasalita.
Hindi ko lang ma-portray sa kung tayo ko yung nag-acting ako nung wala akong dialogue na mata ko lang at saka kamay at saka yung tungol ko yan.
Gano'n naman natin, ano, sa trailer yung pain.
Bakit? Bakit kailangan magaganyan? Bakit kayo kailangan maging ganyan lahat sa akin?
Ayaw na masyado.
Okay. Grabe naman.
Pipi bakla. Wala pa ako nakita kasi pipi bakla.
Ayun.
Thank you.
Pero dapat mahirap. Ayoko ng mayaman.
Okay.
Ayun. Alright.
Thank you.
So, Tita, before I give the microphone, unahin na mo natin si Tita Rod.
Magkokolehiyo sa Chicago. Being from a family with, no, parang buong Pilipinas may kuryente, wala kami noon, wala kami tubig. Who would have thought that one day I will be sitting in my cousin's restaurant, being introduced as an actress. Nung humiwalay ako, marami ang nagagalit sa side ng pamilya ko because kahit mabait naman, I don't want to say anything bad about my first husband. It's just that, bakit, sinira mo yung buhay mo? Bakit ganyan? Kawawa ang mga anak mo? May mga naririnig ako ni negative na hindi ko pinansin. Ang iniisip ko lang, someday, my family will be proud of me. At sas iisipin nila, hindi naman na, kasi humiwalay, kasi ayoko pag-usapan yung first marriage. Pero ang naiisip ko noon, sinabi ko sa nanay ko, nung binenta ko ang lupa namin ng 50,000 pesos, nagagalit ang nanay ko. Ang sabi ko lang sa kanya, balang araw, bibili ako ng mas malaki.
Oh.
Nung humiwalay ako, marami ang magalit ang mga anak ko daw, ganito. Sabi ko, someday ang mga anak ko will be proud of me. Nung pumunta ako ng Amerika, ang inisip ko noon, hindi ako, siguro, you can say mayabang, hindi ganun, pero iniisip ko, I want to be a Filipino na may pinatunguhan dito sa Amerika. I want to go back successful.